Today, I also want to start from the birds, rivers, and Diamond Sutra. Watching birds has become a new habit for me, and I truly enjoy it. Every time I walk along the river, I can see many wild birds, sometimes even a whole flock. I often spot a large bird with a curved neck and round back, slim in shape. Her legs are long. She stands right in the middle of the river, waiting for fish. I think she's just like the fisherman sitting on the bank. Both are just waiting for fish. I walk slowly and sometimes stop, stand and just watch the birds. It's such a peaceful and refreshing time, quite sweet and full of energy. That time, I think about concentration. Concentration is very important. When you focus your mind, whether you're watching the bird, observing the world, or studying something, you can enter a state of flow. It's like having roots, like a tree connected to the earth, or like water returning to its source. A person should concentrate in order to connect with the source of life. Only then can they be supported, balanced, and aligned in their life. Just find your own method. Right now, my method is to divide the day into 4 parts and divide the Diamond Sutra into 4 sections. Then I connect each time period with one part of the Diamond Sutra. I have already recited the entire Diamond Sutra about 10 years ago. Recent years, I couldn't make the whole text appear in my mind because there were always too many distractions and my determination was shaken. I was always being interrupted. But now I have learned to separate it into different sections, and it has become easy to keep going. I think everything in life is like this. If you divide something big or difficult into smaller parts, it becomes easier, and your efficiency increases and keeps growing. For me, this method is a way to connect with the source of life through it. I can have patience and even a kind of happiness, no matter what kind of things happens. It works especially in things like studying and working, anything that helps you grow. I don't want to describe this state as some energy that makes you strong or successful. That's not the point. It's not about focusing growth or becoming powerful. Instead, it's a state that can guide you. It can shape your thoughts and lead you into the flow you originally belong to. It can carry you there and let you settle down, settle into something good, something right. You just need to allow it. My evening is belong to a part of Diamond Sutra. There is a sentence that says, to know all dramas are without self, and to be fulfilled through endurance. In the evening of yesterday, I began to understand this line of the Diamond Sutra in 3 different ways. The understanding didn't come through things, not through reading, but through 3 quiet experiences that arrived on their own. First, understanding. When old shadows rise. Yesterday, when I was cooking, a memory surfaced. It looked pleasant from the outside, yet I know it carries a subtle kind of harm. Such fragments have visited me many times over the years. I felt aware of discomfort, but I didn't run from it, and I didn't follow it. I simply let the evening section of the sutra rise with me, like water flowing through a narrow path. In that moment, I saw, when something from the past comes back to disturb you, and you are able to transform it rather than become it, that itself is a form of endurance. And in that endurance, the event completes its journey. This is one way. This is one way of allowing completion through patience. Second, understanding. When we are about to hurt others. One morning, another lesson appeared. My child was about to leave for school. His desk was messy, time was short, but my emotions were quicker. I insisted he clean it before leaving, and in my anger I nearly made him late. Later that day, I saw that I had been taken over, not by the child's desk, but by something inside me that rejected what it saw. That kind of moment always causes injury, not only to others, but also to oneself. In the evening, I spoke with him. I asked him to tell me honestly what he felt about my behavior. He didn't repay me with the same harshness, and I showed him. I asked him that if this happened again, he should remind me in that very moment, because if you can see, at the instant of doing harm, that you are doing harm, and you can stop, that is also no self. To retreat from the impulse is not suppression, is stepping back into the source, where the self dissolves like the salt in the clear water. From the outside, it may look like restraint. From the inside is spaciousness. This was the second layer of meaning. Third understanding, when temptation scatters the mind. Yesterday evening, between 9 and 11, I wanted to recite the evening passage of the sutra. The words are short. I know them, but I couldn't enter the state I held during the day. My hands kept holding the phone, food, small articles, random pages, each one pulling a thread of attention away. Even when a line arose in the mind, my fingers were already unlocking the screen. I tried many times, but the mind would not settle where it needed to be. Only when I watched this from a quiet place inside did I see. This, too, is a teaching. Every disturbance is part of the curriculum. When the observer is awake, temptation is not the enemy. Endurance is not repression. To stay, to not be taken, is another form of fulfillment through patience. Not by pushing something down, but by returning to where the river begins. This was the third understanding. I didn't search for these meanings. They came when the mind stopped arguing with what was happening, and in each of them the same line revealed a different face. To know all dramas are without self, and to be fulfilled through endurance. Additional closing insight. This is a line that follows immediately in the sutra. Why is this so? Because a bodhisattva doesn't receive any reward of merit. The merit a bodhisattva may obtain should not be clung to. Therefore, the bodhisattva doesn't receive merit. Endurance and merit are not separate. They are two ends of the same balance. One on side, endurance means seeing clearly in the very moment, transforming what arises, and returning to the source without delay. On the other side, there is no attachment to the so-called result or the merit that seems to follow. Both sides dissolve when seen from the place of no self. All achievements, all appearance, they are like dreams, bubbles, shadows, unable to be held. are able to remain